If it does act up seriously bad, we might pivot to not committing on this run right now, but I'm hoping that won't be the case. Anyways, so yeah, I was going to say the reason the stream started late is when I went to open Project Zomboid, it kept acting like Yep. It kept acting like, you know when you reinstall video drivers, like, it'll turn the resolution down to crap, then bring it back up, then turn it down to crap, then bring it back up, and that kind of nonsense? It was doing that. And I'm like, okay. So I was trying to check that up beforehand. Didn't see any errors or anything. So we'll see. If it acts up more, I really don't want to reboot the computer if it comes down to it, but I will do that if it looks like it's going to keep acting up. But we'll go on the assumption that everything is okay. And then I can troubleshoot on afterward. Anyways, so what I was saying is, so we're back on our Ellen Ennis. We have pushed into the edge of Ekron. However, we did get pushed back out. I had skipped a bunch of zombie packs with the hopes, hey, don't you go down there, with the hopes of being able to just push into town, get established as like, oh, but there's so many zombies in the yard around this place, like, realistically, we're going to go in there, they're going to break one of the windows, and then we can't use the building anymore, and we're back to square one. So we backed off. I'm going to kill the zombies along the route again. Because they are going to keep being a nuisance if I don't. Yep, stream elements, you are correct. I did restart the stream. Good for you. You have something in your back. Looks like a meat cleaver. Cool. Plus, I don't want zombies coming up behind me while we're doing everything else. So the one wearing all black in the grass has the meat cleaver. Cool. We had another helicopter that moved a bunch of the zombies around. So unfortunately, I'm dealing with the aftermath of that. And that's going to happen until we get a lot of the zombies in the area rid of. Because each time the helicopter comes by, it's going to drag zombies from other places that I have to deal with. But we have no respawns on, so eventually we will get to the point there'll be no more zombies we see on a regular basis. Yeah, it had done a stream announcement, and I deleted it thinking it was going to post the stream announcement a second time. So if that did not happen a second time, which it should have, that's annoying. No, the helicopter is not a one-time event. We have it set to sometimes. It's actually the third helicopter we've dealt with. But the good news is it's not making any new new zombies in our world. It's just shuffling the ones around that are within hearing range of it, which is pretty long. But we have been seeing less and less zombies showing up for the helicopter event, which is what we expect. And part of the problem is also we ran for food and I ended up dragging a bunch of zombies home with me. So that's also probably 2-3 hordes. Give me a moment. The bot doesn't seem to be doing its thing. Okay. But yeah, so every little bit over a week, we should probably see a helicopter, which is fine. Yeah, so I'm cleaning up from going to get food and the helicopter event. So these are actually zombies that came from the south for the most part. Not from Ekron itself, which is fine. We have to kill them all, so we kill them all. And every zombie we kill means we're going to be that much better at killing zombies. Which means we'll kill them that much farther. Why are you all the way over here? Stop it. This is our home. This place has been cleared the whole time. But yeah, I especially want to clear out zombies anywhere near where I'm currently staying or the direct route from where I'm staying to where I'm going. Because those will be a problem to us later otherwise. Yeah, I kind of figured this. We had a bunch of zombies moved in. It can also be stuff like migrations and all that kind of stuff, drawing zombies from all over the place too, where there's openings that we've made. Now granted, they do have kind of a range limit on how far they'll go. So there's one of those things that you tidy up, you tidy up, you tidy up, and then they stop showing up. That said, it is annoying. Considering you see there's only like 3 corpses here, whereas we had well over 100 corpses in this driveway before, and that's how long it's been since we've seen zombies in this area. They'll get really fantastic once we start getting to like 5 and all our combat skills and all that. Because we'll just start blasting through zombies like 1 and 2 hitting a lot of zombies, which will make this way faster. And the last 3 out of this group. Okay. I don't care about that group way down there. You heat your laptop up to 95°C. I am assuming you you accidentally blocked the exhaust vent to it. Because I've definitely seen that do that kind of thing. Yeesh. Why? So many zombies. I know it's because we drugged them up here when we had the helicopter and the food, but still. I want to be focused on actually getting into Ekron, not cleaning up my mess. Med event, which way are they going? West. Southwest. Which isn't ideal, but we're dealing with it. Because West means it's going to draw more zombies to us. I'm backtracking because there's a good chance it drew zombies towards our home, so let's double check that. If there's zombies over there, wipe them out. That's kind of stuff that'll just set us off balance again is like the meta events. But it is drawing from zombies in the area, so as long as we keep at it, it's going to have less and less zombies to draw on until there's none left. Alright, we have zombies at the house itself. That we do not like to see. Like, that is what, more than like anything else we don't want to see, is zombies at where we sleep. There was a couple around back, too. Because that's where if we ever find ourselves in a lot of trouble, suddenly we walk back, catch ourselves in a horde at our door while we're at, like, really bad shape, and then die. So we cleared them out. Well, no more hunting knife. That was the one behind. I'm not going to go chase them down if they're walking away. This one I'll kill because they're heading towards us in our yard. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to make much progress towards Ekron today, but that's alright. We're re-securing our position after a helicopter and meta event and all that. We did restock on food, which was good, and we know where we can find a bunch more if we need it. Alright, looks like these were probably the last two I worry about, I think. Okay, let's backtrack, recover our stamina, and get back to the push. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll end up having to go back for more food not too long, unfortunately. The good news is while we were dealing with these zombies in the south end, and we've been dealing with zombies in the far north end, the entire middle should still be mostly empty. So just killing the, like, 2 or 3 packs that showed up here, then we can walk up, we get near to town, and then we'll start fighting packs again. So this isn't a particularly long delay. You two are too close. Come on. Good evening. How's it going? We're just undoing the setback from our last helicopter from the last stream, as well as the Metafet and getting food. And then we'll be back to our push into Ekron. Gotcha, gotcha. I am familiar with the knocking out some exercise, read a book, knocking out some exercise, read a book. I have been. It's usually the way of doing these types of rounds when, like, a tropical storm rolls through and you're like, oh, I've got 2-3 days of storm, I guess I'll do some burpees. Usually by then I've read all the books I can read, though, unfortunately. It happens. Like, especially depending on, like, your settings and how new you are, all that stuff. Alright, this looks like the last big pack we drug from when we were on our food run. There we go. We got 2 zombies over here that we'll deal with, and then we can sit on our stool and actually recover stamina near here. Not having to go trekking half across the map. Probably need to get my hands on my other stool and drag it out. I've just been avoiding it because the stools are very heavy. Relatively speaking. Okay, so at this point we should be dealing with mostly just lone stragglers we'll get rid of real fast until we get close-ish to town, and then we'll start seeing the packs we've been pushing in on. I expect to see these zombies start dwindling in counts a lot real quick, because we've estimated this area having somewhere in the area of 5,300 zombies in it, and we've already killed almost 3,200 of them. That's a pretty decent-sized pack. That's fine. Yep, and I shouted figuring I was going to grab them. We've reached that point that we don't worry about subtlety quite as much, because we're starting to get some decent combat skills. It's more about just gradually fighting them and making sure to back off when we're doing stuff that's dangerous. Alright, and there'll be another pack knocked down. kill a couple of loners before we back out for sleep. Also want to kind of assess the situation. It's a little early for our character to go to sleep if we can help it. I got another medium-sized pack here, decent-sized pack here, a couple of loners down here. Yep, so if you look at our combat skills, well, I mean, if we look at our skills in general, we're at 3 fitness, 4 strength, and those are coming along nicely, slowly but nicely. Our nimble is coming up pretty close to nimble 3, which will be really helpful. Our combat skills are becoming a mix of 3s and 4s, quickly moving their way up to the being more 4s than anything, so the maintenance 4 and short blade 4 are really handy. Crafting skills and survivalist we haven't touched in any meaningful way, so you know, they're not going to be doing particularly good. Which reminds me, while we're walking back... Oh, that's interesting. I should get in the habit... Oh, you're going to find the glasses, aren't you? Good for you. Get those off the ground so I won't keep finding them. Because we can find food this way, and food's going to be a pain in the butt for us. We can also find a lot of other useful stuff, but more than likely we'll find food, like the occasional, like, onion, all that. Oh no, it's no problem. Oh no, actually, fitness and strength are very important for combat. Basically what I think of it is, and I'll drag this over, fitness, just think of that as how long you can keep fighting before you have to back off and rest, and how long you have to rest before you can jump back into the fight. That's what fitness's big key is. Strength will actually play a large part into how hard you hit, especially with like blunt weapons and short blunt and that kind of stuff. Axes as well. So, damage, how many weapons you can carry, how long you can fight. But yeah, no, strength and fitness are very significant. Now, you also do need to have combat skills to go with them. That is 100% true. But fitness and strength are very, very meaningful for combat. Yep, the herbalist is fantastic. We have actually, like, we got really lucky and we found that in one of the houses right away. Not in our initial push to Ekron, but we had to back off. We've had to back off twice to get food. The first time we backed off to get food is when we found the herbalist. And I'm basically just killing time at this point till it's a little darker, so that we don't wake up in the middle of the night. And then just hoping maybe we'll find, like, a leek or a jar of pickles or weapons or anything else useful for us. And continuing to train our foraging skill, because that'll be a source for a lot of useful stuff. We are starting to get sleepy, so I'm just going to finish this lap around the building, and then we'll just go inside. Of course, since I've gotten the herbalist book, I haven't found, like, any mushrooms or berries or anything. And yes, you can find stuff indoors. That's actually sometimes I found the best stuff. Now, granted, when I go in this corner, it'll be like, I found a bunch of stuff laying on the ground that I personally left there. Well, I guess we didn't find... Oh, right, because I think we used all the cloth for fuel for the grill. That's fine. Let's actually grab that beer. When you're out of books to read, you tend to unload a random magazine for reloading XP. Gotcha. Yep. I started trying to be good about actually doing the foraging because it's not particularly useful until it gains some levels. So I need to work on getting those levels up. Oh, ditch the pain pills. Got our pile of crickets and all that for eating. Yum, yum, yum.